this was pretty brutal, right? £300 billion wiped off. And this goes, I guess, to the credibility of the markets. Why have the markets freaked out so much?
Well, I think that the big issue here is this all-out push for growth is obviously going to mean higher interest rates across the board from the Bank of England, also the mortgage market. Probably going to see potentially a crash in the mortgage sector. And the big issue now looking forward is we really need to see this report from the Office of Budget Responsibility that's going to sum up the state of the UK government finances, because that's the only thing that investors can really go on and really judge how sustainable this fiscal expansion is. So the government can't seem to make up their mind on when that'll come out. It looks like it'll come out in the end of November now. And that was actually the big thing that we saw from Fitch last night with their warning on the UK credit outlook. They need to see that report.
Joe, I have to say, I looked at the latest mortgage news. I had to sit down with a drink of my choice to absorb the news. So the key UK mortgage rate climbing above 6% for the first time since 2008. Are you hearing possible defaults or things like that?
Yeah, 6% is the key level that's like red flag for the banking industry. Once it goes above 6%, then it brings into question the health of the debt that these banks own. And that's why we've seen a big sell-off in UK banks. Even since the budget, I think Lloyds, NatWest, companies like that, they're still down around 10% because they're worried that these mortgages will actually go bad at the lower end of their mortgage books. There could actually be big defaults and big provisions booked at the next earnings season.
I mean, this is a huge news. We really are spending a lot of time, and thank you to your team to really keep on top of this. So UK markets, how have they responded to the U-turns by the government? And, you know, yesterday was that Liz Truss speech.
Yeah, so I think the U-turn, it was kind of a strange one, because what it did really was it showed us that the government can actually be reined in a bit. So Kwarteng and Truss can actually be kind of tamed by the MPs on their party that don't want to lose their jobs at the next election. And they're saying, look, you can't just do these tax cuts that won't play well with the electorate. So that was actually a relief for the market. Fiscally, it's only worth around £2 billion in terms of the bill for the budget. But politically, it showed investors that actually this policy of all-out going for growth might not last. We might see the cost of government debt come back down, and that would reduce the interest rate crisis.